Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and today I'm going to be doing a journaling setup designing thing. So I recently got a kit that was on clearance that was a planner kit, and so I've got a bunch of junk to do planning stuff with, but I didn't like the planner that came with it. It was just a little bit too organized in ways that I didn't find particularly useful. So I decided I'm going to use this notebook that I got for Christmas and design in that instead. And I've gotten in some inspiration from some other readers that I follow, particularly Starla Reads, who does really cool reading journal setups, but she tracks somewhat different things than the stuff I'm interested in tracking, so this will be kind of a conglomeration of ideas I've gotten from various places, and some that have been inspired by the kit that I got, which has all of this stuff, which are some cute highlighters, a bunch of sparkly pens, some very cool brush pens that I'm super excited about, a few washi tapes, some of these flaggy stickers, some holding together paper clippies, which I probably won't use because they'll muck up the binding. There's two more washi tapes, and a whole bunch of the thing I'm most excited about, stickers, because I'm a sticker person. I'm just slightly nuts for stickers, and I love rose gold, and I love pink, and I love pastels, so I'm very into this. And there's a couple different types of sheets, and there's different labels of things, and things you can write on, and symbols and stuff, and just pretty decor stuff. So I'm very excited to use these a little bit and make a pretty pastel planner. And I haven't done this before because I've tried some planners that just felt like too much work to keep up, or mostly that I just wasn't interested in. So I'm hoping that by designing my own and having them be heavily sticker based, I will actually be interested enough to complete this stuff, because it would be really nice to have a written record of the things I do and also my plans for the future, as opposed to holding all my future plans in my head and holding all my book memories digitally, because I used to really like journaling when I was a kid. So let's do this. So first things first, we need a title page, and I'm putting this behind so that if I use, I think I'm going to try to use this, the ink won't muck up the next page. My title page is my name, because you know, whose book is this? Oh, it's Annalisa Rose's. And the year, and Roses for my middle name, and then this is, I had the idea a little while ago to like start ideas for a family crest for my last name, because nobody knows how to say it, and I feel like if they knew that it meant a town full of eels, which is what these green things are, they would know that you pronounce it Ely. Also, there's a cathedral in the middle, because the main highlight of the town that doesn't catch eels anymore is that there's a really big cathedral in the middle of it. So far, I'm really enjoying these new sparkly pens. They flow really, really well. And now I'm going to make a page for my January reads, and then we'll proceed with some more January stuff. But it's going to be mostly blank because I want to be able to fill in the books as I go. But it's mostly just going to be space to draw out little covers or little spines of different books that I will be reading. And if I keep up with this and do another page of, and do another spread of pages of this for February, I will show you what that ends up looking like. But I'll do an example because I already read a couple of books. So the two books that I had read so far were Once Upon an Eid and River of Royal Blood. I put Once Upon an Eid in my December wrap-up because I finished it on like January 1st, but I also put it in here basically because I wanted to. Now that it is a little further on in the month before I'm actually getting this video out, I have put some more books in there, and so I will show you those at the end when I do a little flip through. Other pages that I decided to put in were keeping track of what format I was reading things in, so audiobooks, ebooks, physical, and owned. And then the next was to put down ideas for what videos I wanted to make and what art I wanted to make. And then of course I got a little happy with the washi tape and also the stickers, which I'm really enjoying. And I decided that for January I would have like different color schemes for different months. So for January I'm doing like gray, white, silver, black, purple, blue. because it's like a winter month and sometimes snowy, sometimes rainy. And then I'm planning on going for like pink and red in February for Valentine's. So this is it all finished. I've got my title page. I've got some work done on my January reads, added some snowflakes, and added in some of the books I've read so far. So they take up about that much of the page. I might only get to about here by the end of the month. And Freaks Like Us and Snow and Rose were both physical books from my library. And then you've already seen that page. And then this is what I've got so far for my other things I like to track page. I'd like to track my depressed days, my days that I exercise, days that I make art, and days that I write. So far I haven't written any days this month. I'm going to try to make like a starburst sort of a pattern, and like then I'll look and see like the percentage of colors overall, and then I can also take count of this many out of this many days I exercise, this many days I made art. And so we'll see if I actually like that when it's finished. But hopefully I will. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!